right, welcome to Wednesday, everybody. I hope you're doing great today. Welcome in. This is a daily reading for the spiritual community. Let's plug in and see what wants to come through for you. If this is for you, you will feel a resonance with the message. Not every day is likely going to be for you, but if you're drawn here by the title, then welcome in. This message is for those of you who are on the spiritual path, and those of you on my channel, most of you anyway, seekers, healers, guides, wisdom catchers. So today on Pathfinders, we're going to be talking more about downloads. We're going to be talking about ascension symptoms, especially in the midst of this eclipse season. So if you want to join me today, please do. Valiant courage. No doubt about that. Voyage of the heart. Vast vistas. It's time to move out of a comfort zone. It's time. Not everybody's going to do that. Okay? Not everybody's going to do it. And you may have had 5, 6, 20 shots at moving timelines, at jumping timelines, at moving up in your spiritual path journey, and may or may not have taken them because it seemed too weird. It seemed too like outside the box of what you were raised with or something like that. And I just want to say that, like, when you get ready to make a big choice in your life, a big change, and you do it, right? You take a step and you do it. What's going to happen is your ego is going to flare. Your ego is going to be like, was that a mistake? Oh my God, was that a mistake? The more ego you have tied to the decision you made, the louder the ego is going to be. So that's why some big decisions, seemingly big decisions for people, land differently, okay? Because sometimes you may think, well, this is just the path I'm walking and this is what I'm going to do, when other people would be terrified to do what you did. And vice versa, okay? So I want to validate whoever this reading is for, that you are absolutely on the path of heart. You absolutely have chosen the timeline based on your heart, based on your mission and your purpose, based on the frequency of the timeline that you're jumping into. You are definitely headed in the right direction. I just want to validate that for somebody. Somebody needs to hear me say that. Not me. Somebody needs to hear somebody say that. And I just want you to kind of understand, I feel like this is something that you've been meaning to do for a long time and may not have felt courageous enough to do it, right? Like, timing is everything. You know what they say. So let's see where we're going here with this reading. The vast vistas, some of you could actually be moving, but the definitive message I'm getting is about expanding your horizons, and that some of you might be making choices that are keeping you on the same timeline, right? And we're talking about this eclipse season, about expanding your connection to the universe, clearing out gunk, clearing out egoic kind of stuff. And I definitely get that some of you made decisions that were good for you and were kind of chastised for that, like how selfish of you or something like that. But self-love is such a big deal. And I just feel like the people who scream loudest about that are the ones that want you focused on them all the time. Okay. So, 8 of Pentacles. Wow. Tower, Queen of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Oh yeah, the Lover's card and the Fool. Look at you. Oh my gosh, 2 of Cups. So, Lovers and 2 of Cups. I feel like some of you making this decision have made some kind of choice that is definitively for you. This is the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is about creativity. She's also about passion and doing what's on my path as my passion, really doing that. And I bet some of you have heard in your earlier life that, you know, following your passion was considered selfish. So I'm sure that we can tie that in a nice little bow. This Wheel of Fortune card, and the Lover's card. So Wheel of Fortune is considered something that is destiny, or is it fate? Right? Destiny is something that we are conscious of. Fate is something that comes from the unconscious, or is unconscious to us. Like we don't know, like, oh, it's fate. It's just something happening to me. I'm a victim, whatever it is. But this is more about making a choice. So this is destiny. Okay. So destiny showing up here with the Fool and the Two of Cups. I like the Fool and the Two of Cups. This is almost like there's another person making a similar choice, to walk for freedom. It's interesting here that we have this Eight of Pentacles and the Tower. So I feel like some of you have worked really hard on your intuition, and connecting to spirit and downloads, and what does intuition mean. We've talked a lot about that in the past, and like been feeling like, well, I don't know, I'm doing everything she's telling me, and all of a sudden, bam. Okay, your intuition is getting heightened. The timeline choice is right in front of you. It could come very suddenly. I feel like some of you may be jumping onto the same timeline I am right now, which is about expanded intuition and expanding into the world in some way. This Fool, some of you could be thinking about international travel or moving somewhere very different from where you are. That's certainly a possibility. Some of you are making choices that you don't know is going to lead to love. You don't know that yet. It's almost like, what has intuition have in store for me? I'm willing to be open to it because I've taken an action that has actually shown up as a tower. A lot of times we talk about towers as if they're karmic punishments. And, when we're on our destined path, there can still be tower moments that want to make us move in a sort of a quantum leap kind of way. So there's this sense of like, okay, she's ready, bam, right? Like that kind of thing. And if you've been doing a lot, bam, I feel like I'm on Batman. Wow, that's old. But there's definitely something there with that. And you're making this choice from a healed creativity. Some of you have been working on healing your inner child wounds, your creativity of some sort. That's that Queen of Wands energy. So let's see, Hanged Man. Let's do this. Hanged Man, Five of Swords, King of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. Are some of you being controlled by money? You might not feel like you're being controlled, but maybe you're making choices based on safety alone, and not really seeing how kind of dangerous a certain choice is, meaning giving your sovereignty over to someone who is abusing it, and like, well, I'll be safe. Okay, and you're not safe. That's not safety. All right, so Four of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. I definitely want you to reconsider or think more deeply about who you tell or talk to about your spiritual awakening. Because I do feel there are a lot of people walking around on this planet that don't understand spiritual enlightenment or awakening. They think I'm not even going to talk about what they think. Who cares what they think? But it's like, it's solely ego focused, right? And so when you make those shifts and you have this like fear about like, oh my God, did I make the right shift? Or did I make the right choice? That's really the ego fighting for oxygen, fighting for air. I think I said this, the larger the decision related to your ego, the more the ego will fight it. And so you could be having that, but I want you just to hang on. Okay, Four of Pentacles, I want you just to protect yourself. And I've got a couple of really nice, this is black obsidian, and this is mirror obsidian, I think. These are nice protective energies. I have black tourmaline on, right? There's a lot of things you can do just energetically. I also want to, I didn't mean to have all these props, but here we go. This is a mala. Look at me in my purple today. This is a mala bead necklace, not necklace, but a mala bead, a set of mala beads. And there's 108 beads on here. And I want to offer this to somebody who's wondering how to pray for protection, right? The rosary came from this tradition. And I want you to know that you could recite Ho'oponopono on every bead. That will bring massively open vortex for you. If you don't know what that is, Google it. Ho'oponopono. Yes, Hawaiian word, ancient word, really. And see what you can do to ask Archangel Michael for his protection. He is the man when it comes to he's the man. Oh my God. Well, okay. When it comes to protection. So ask Archangel Michael to protect you, because I feel like you're in this place of surrender, and someone can feel like they might be able to attack you or something like that, but actually you are protected by a force field of faith, of enlightenment, and that really triggers this person because they've lost control. Okay, they've lost control. The thing is, this person or you have lied to yourself and each other about how much power they have. You used to think they had a lot of power. They're losing their power because you're stepping into your power. You gave them your power, and so no more. I'm not giving them power anymore. So let's see. Chariot, Knight of Pentacles, the moon. There's the moon and the star, which is healing energy. I really love that. Justice, Emperor, Ace of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. Some of you are making space for your twin flame or for your life partner, soulmate, very healed person to come in. I feel like this person, I'm not going to even say it was the King of Swords. I'm just feeling that I feel like you're winning. Okay, you're winning this battle, but let's not forget that theirs is a battle of ego. So that's not really what you're needing to do. You're just really needing to be clear. Okay, clear and protected, that when you make decisions for yourself that are right for yourself and other people don't like it, they're going to fight back. And to the extent that they fight back is how big it's ego for them too. All right. So, this can happen if you're like a scapegoat in a family system and you decide to leave that family system. This can happen if you're dealing with narcissists, covert or overt, but more likely covert, because if this has gone on for a long time, you might not have really recognized them or given them that label. But what's coming is this Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like, when I first saw this, I was like, oh dear. Someone's thing that they've worked on for a long time is blowing up. But I kind of have the feeling that some of you have worked on something that was for someone else, that was for someone else's ego, and it is blowing up because you are choosing you. It can't, those two things cannot exist in the same container, right? You can't choose to step into your power and still have this person in your life, especially if they are in a lower vibration, unhealthy, whatever it is, egoic, narcissistic, whatever it is. And I just feel like this is moving you forward in a very, very fast and direct way. That lie is over. And now this Knight of Pentacles, which is right in front of you, which is kind of like, just put in the time and effort. So like I said, with the mala beads or with, protecting yourself or whatever you do as a spiritual practice. Don't forget, we do have Saturn in Pisces for the next 2 odd years or so, and until 2026. And that is really urging us to start to define and build, right? This is a building energy. It's also Virgo, so it's about healer energy, building your healing capability, opening up to spirit more. These eclipses are playing a huge role in that. Okay. Eclipses are activation energy. They're intense energy. There could be some kind of intense healing going on here with the star. All right. So, I pull a couple cards to to clarify the star, the final card, final outcome. This is about taking back your power, and there is a new path. There is a new day. especially with this Four of Wands, another moving card. Okay, so I'm going to continue and I'm going to go deeper into this reading. I'll pull cards for each zodiac sign just to give you some additional guidance. If that helps you, get a pencil and paper so you can write down your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Just take a couple words that I say and see if you can come up with a new message for yourself. All right. Link is in the description box below. Pathfinders, we're just going to keep going. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.